Well, I'm a shade tree fix-it man. I don't need any helping hand. I'm a jack of all trades. When I'm working in the shade, I'm a shade tree fix-it man. Well, headed out west in Arkansas. Hoopy ran fine for a while. Then the rod started knocking and the gate started rocking. She just wouldn't run another mile. But on the downhill grade, I coasted for a while till I found me a shady end. I started huffing and puffing and fretting and sweating. Soon had her running again. 'Cause I'm a shade tree fix-it man. I don't need any helping hand. I'm a jack of all trades. When I'm working in the shade, I'm a shade tree fix-it man. You know, when I was a kid growing up on the farm, my dad always had an old stripped down rig with the top cut off and the doors cut off, and he put a flatbed on his so he could haul hog feed around on the farm and the surrounding areas, and go around the neighborhood and take little kids for a ride, and you know, it was just fun. And he always called it a hoopy. Well, I started doing YouTube and I called it a hoopy, and of course somebody corrected me on YouTube. You're going to get corrected. So somebody corrected me and pointed out that the correct pronunciation is hoopty. H-O-O-P-T-I-E, hoopty. So I've been trying to say it right, you know, in my videos and stuff, and I slip once in a while, but I've been trying to call it the hoopty. And then I heard this song that I just played, the Shade Tree Fix-It Man. And Merle Haggard called it a hoopy in the song. And so I figure if it's good enough for Merle Haggard and my old daddy, it's good enough for me. So from now on, forevermore, this shall be known as the hoopy. Let's see what's going on around here. I do believe my pants are on fire. Looks like my chair's on fire. I believe my table's on fire. Oops! Hey, welcome to Rat Rodding. My name's William Wire, and don't ever do what we do here on this channel. Boy, I sure do like this old car. And it's long now, it's kind of like a mother to me. I need to get rid of it now. That little one back there in the Benda, it gets better mileage than this one does. You know, I never have checked the mileage on this thing. I don't know what it gets. It's not as heavy as people think. Everybody thinks it's a 4,000 pound car, but it actually weighs 3,300. Well, which is still kind of heavy, I guess, by today's standards, but this little 327 scoots it along pretty good, you know. I mean, it ain't no race car or anything, but it's kind of zippy, you know. It'll get you out of a bind if you're in some traffic, need to move, get out of somebody's way or something. I'm happy with it. I always have liked that 327 engine. It's my favorite of all time. The 283 was a very dependable engine too. Yeah, I'd rather have this thing than a brand new Cadillac. All right, what's going on around here? Oh, let me done told you what. It's not 116 anymore, but you know, 104 is still pretty warm. And don't tell me it's a dry heat. Oh, I'm so tired of hearing that. When somebody says that, I just want to thump them. Just thump them right on the nose. I don't care. I don't care how dry it is. 110's hot, man. So yeah, it's not that. But 104 is still pretty toasty. So let's see. Last night, after it cooled off a little bit, I got some mowing done and took a load down gravel in the bucket down in the canyon and filled some ruts down there on the hoopy trails. Yeah, I need to do some more mowing, and I need to run the weed whacker, and I need to spray some weeds, and on and on and on and on, you know. But I gotta get in the shop. I need to get in there and finish putting the gauges in the Dirty Dozen, and finish up a little bit of wiring that I'm working on for ignition and whatnot on that thing. And I gotta roll it out, get it ready to roll out, and clean up my shop, because I gotta roll that Dirty Dozen out and roll that Suburban in. Because when my friend gets here, we're gonna throw it on the rack and put a set of shock-up snorbers on it, and a couple other little things. It needs a little attention, not much though. So yeah, that's what's going on. I guess I better get in there and get busy. So happy trails.
Trip. Yeah. You realized immediately it was going to be one long car trip. Yeah. At that moment, his boss stopped by and said, "Hey, I'm going to join you for your last stage."
Okay, it's 1:30 in the morning, but I did find another oil line, copper line. Should help cross thread this thing. I think I'm good. I think so. Feels okay. Maybe, I was going to shut it down, but maybe I will persevere. And I'll continue on. Just hooked up and get some fuel hooked up. Make sure all my wiring is good. Okay, that feels good on the threads. Tighten that little ferrule down. Oh, she's starting to tighten out. I just love working on this old iron. It's the only thing I know how to do. I can't work on this new stuff. My newer, not new anymore, my Dodge Ram 2013 Hemi, I wouldn't have a clue. You open the hood on that, and, well, I wouldn't even know where to start. Well, I will if this works, okay, I will route this so it doesn't give the steering, pretty up the coils and all that stuff. I'm gonna get her to the dash, see if I can hook it up to the gauge now. I've got her tightened down on the gauge, and I want you guys to watch it and make sure it doesn't start squirting oil all over the place while I crank it over. You guys, you holler big and loud now if you see it squirting oil, and I'll quit. Well, I don't think we've got enough battery to squirt oil very far. Not at that rate. Okay, let me throw the charger on that. You know, I should shut this thing down, but it's cool. Well, cooler than it is in the daytime, so maybe I'll continue on for just a little bit more. Attaboy, Waylon. Open that vent and just pour it all over the floor. Yeah, that's what I want to do. You betcha. Get me some wires and wire that thing up. Okay, here's something that I almost never, rarely do I use butt connectors anymore. I just don't like them. I pretty much solder everything together. I'm going to use one right now because it's temporary, but I just kind of don't believe in butt connectors anymore. They'll shake loose, and you know, you're just looking for trouble. I like to solder everything and heat shrink it. That Dojelac does not have one butt connector in the entire build. Every connection is soldered and heat shrinked. But I'm going to cheat a little bit back here right now because, like I said, it's temporary. I was thinking about a video I watched today of Half-Ass Custom. That guy just cracks me up, man. I mean, when he first started his channel, or I don't know how long he had it. When I first started him, anyway, I didn't have too many subscribers, and I gave him a shout out. And now he got way more than I do. Because the guy's just I don't know, I just like his attitude. He just does not take himself seriously. He laughs at himself all the time. And, you know, he'll start laughing, and then pretty soon he got me cracking up. Like today, when that engine fell out of it. I said, I don't know why that was funny, but it was funny. He just got such a good attitude, you know, and he's, boy, he gets a lot done, man. He just builds and builds and builds, one right after another. Kind of like old D.D. Dan, boy. Guys are just go-getters, you know. And, so he's yeah, he cracks me up. But he'll say something like, you know, I just need to take 3 feet out of the frame, put a different rear end in it, and modify the firewall, pull the engine back a foot, and you know, put another front clip on it, and yeah, no big deal, you know. And he'll rattle off about 2 months worth of work, and no big deal, you know. And to him it's not, he'll get it done pretty quick, but he cracks me up. Good guy. If you don't know about him, check him out, Half-Ass Custom. He does some fantastic drone work too with his videos. Alright. Let's see if she goes clickety clackety clackety clack. Clackety clack clack click click clack clack. The key's on. It's not going clickety clack. But it's pumping. It's running. Hopefully it's doing what it's supposed to do. Well, I don't know. We'll find out. Alright, let me give that thing a few squirts of fuel. My dad used to call it push-a-lean, a little push-a-lean. up a little bit. And let's see what, if anything, should happen. Alright, we're good. Gasoline pouring everywhere. Yeah, that ain't good. Where's that coming from? It's not pouring on the exhaust. What in the tarnation is going on? Let me, you see it all over the floor there? I'm going to turn you guys off. I'm going to investigate this and I'll get back with you. Okay, got a big puddle of gas there, and you know, nothing coming out of the fuel pump here. It's not pouring out, like I said, not pouring out on the manifold or anything. So I got to look in here, and it's coming out from under the base of this carburetor, and it's just drenched. So, well, that's a new problem. Another revolting development. Okay, I'm not going to deal with it tonight. I mean, this morning. Not going to deal with it right now. But, well, I'll be happy to take it on tomorrow if I get out here early enough. I'm either going to get out here earlier or late. There ain't no middle ground. Alright, I guess that's enough for right now.
The following day.
Okay, let's see what's going on here. That carburetor was overflowing. I expect it's got the float stuck, maybe. You know how that goes sometimes. I'm fixing a lot of carburetors alongside the road with a rock, especially on the rockabilly. We can see if we can figure out what's happening here. Looks like we got her wired up correctly. I like using that old switch. I think that's kind of cool. forgot to look at the oil pressure. I put that little line on there. It's a little tiny feller. I don't really know why the other one was so big, but I'll check into it and make sure that that one's working. It's a little feller, but it should be alright. Okay. This is all temporary here, you know, but I'm kind of working on a gas tank, getting that mounted. Until then, I'll just leave that little tank up there. But I kind of got a little tank, kind of sort of mounted, or potentially mounted. It's not it's just sitting there, but I've got a bigger tank. It's really small, and I have a bigger tank, a long one. And I'm going to see if it will fit. If it'll fit down in here between the frame rail and the drive shaft, right in here. Mr. Heavy Chevy says you have to point at this stuff. Right here, there's the drive shaft, frame rail. So right in here between. If it'll fit, I'll probably use that other tank. This little guy, you know, I don't know, what is that, 10 gallons, maybe 15, but it's small. Although, you know, I'm not going to be taking this rig cross country or anything, but I'd like to have enough fuel to get to town and back. I'm going to leave this on here. This might be the fill spout. You know, it might work out. Especially if I can get it to run between the frame rails down there, between the rail and the drive shaft. That fill spout could work out just right. Yes, sir. So, yeah, anyway, I'm going to investigate that tank. I think I'm going to go out there and pick it up. But I got to go, I got to do some weed spraying right now. That weed spray works really good when it's 100 degrees out. So I'm going to get on it and this is how an old man uses a backpack sprayer. You just strap it into the seat on your hoopy, see, and pump her up, and you just drive along and spray them weeds and kill all them old goat heads before they go to seed, and make you have bicycle flats and stuff like that. Yeah, that's how old men do it. And yeah, before somebody gets your panties in a wad, I'll tell you now that battery tray, that's just temporary as well. I may mount that thing down in here. It might be just enough room for it to slide right down in here. Put a little tray there, because that's probably where it was located originally. I know on the old Chevys, the old 40s and 50s pickups, that's where they were. And probably back, this one, you know, could have been back there too. Sometimes they were mounted up here, but that'd be kind of ugly. That'd be ugly up there. I don't want that. So I'll find another place for it. But, oh, the smell of gasoline, man. Ain't it wonderful? Alright, I gotta go do some other stuff. But anyway, it felt good to tinker with this thing a little bit. At least get my gauges set up and my ignition squared away. Yeah, good stuff, Maynard. And now let me present the famous ukulele duo, Bridger and Torrin, my friends the twins. Big finish! Man, Bridget, that's got a lot of chords. How many chords are in that song?
Let me look. A bunch.
Yeah, I know. A bunch. Yeah. I could see that.
Oh yeah. G, E minor, D, C, F, and D7.
6 chords in that song. And I loved how you were grabbing them, boy, one right after another.
Yeah, and here the other one I like. That was my first
You guys can
hard
drink
song.
for free tonight.
Now Kim can play.
No.
Yeah.
That was the opening act.
I don't want to try and follow that. No. Well, guys, I want to thank you for stopping by again here at the old Hillbilly Workshop. I also want to tell you that I really do appreciate you. You know, somebody asked me one time, they said, how do you feel about Rat Rod Bob stealing your tagline? I go, no. He didn't steal nothing from me. You know, I certainly didn't coin that phrase. Just being from the South, that's just how we grew up, something that people say. And yeah, technically I was around YouTube long before he was, but no, he didn't steal nothing from me. He's just a good old boy, and he does appreciate you. And I tell you what, when it comes to engineering, like these suspensions and stuff that he builds, that man's, when it comes to knowledge, he's a deep well. And y'all be taking notes from that guy, because he knows what he's doing, and I've learned a lot from him. I like watching his stuff. He does stuff that I wouldn't even attempt. I wouldn't know how to begin, but you can learn from him. And so I just wanted to shout out to Rat Rod Bob. He and I share the same last name, so we call each other cuz. And that's enough for this time, but until I see you again, you know I sure do appreciate you. All right, later, guys.